like how the
Is
media kind
there,
of.
well, for first one on
Oh,
for
right.
Trump,
You
do we
could.
have any evidence of him being like delusional, or have any
It's
evidence of
not
him
that
like being
we.
like,
That's funny. That's funny because the only way that this is the cope that Destiny has now. This is the cope that Destiny like. He can't just believe that Trump is just a that Trump just believes what he's believes this that he's a, since for in order for Destiny to understand to be like, all right, I guess Trump just believes what he's saying. Destiny has to be like, well, so that means he's delusional, obviously. And now, since Trump is delusional, there has to be some prior evidence of Trump being delusional. And I understand the logic behind it. What Dustin doesn't understand is that Trump doesn't need to be delusional to believe that the thing was like stolen. But he has to do that because that's his cope. That's his coping mechanism to basically pin this guy like and flow the argument into that direction. But I guess Dustin just can't he can't separate the two. If Trump believes that it was actually stolen, then he has to be delusional. So we need to find prior evidence of Trump being delusional for this to logically make sense, and for Destiny to change his mind. But Destiny doesn't understand that you don't have to be delusional. Like, they're not mutually exclusive, and yeah, so which is a fallacy on his part.
crazy, like
No,
psychotic? Because it seems like everybody around him was telling him that the election was done fairly. What would lead him to think the election was rigged?
because throughout his entire election, he didn't listen to, not even like to
That's not necessarily true.
Mad Dog himself. He didn't listen to many of his staffers. He would say totally different things. His staffs were constantly running to try to change the message to fit to what his new narrative would be, his last speech would be, even if they had a previous plan prior to. His whole election is that.
Wasn't Donald Trump taking
Yeah,
advice
literally.
from some people around him? Like, wasn't, I could be wrong, but wasn't it like
Yeah, Donald Trump was picking and choosing what he wanted, which advice he wanted to get versus which one he didn't want to get. If he liked the advice, he would take it. If he didn't like the advice, then he wouldn't take it. It's not that hard, Destiny. Come on
for
now.
instance, that pushed him to support Roy Moore in Alabama? I don't understand this idea of like Trump ignores everybody around him. Wasn't
No,
Trump's
no.
entire
Yeah, see, Lee, that was a straw man. That was a straw man. He didn't say that he ignores every single person around him. He just but what I literally just said, he just straw man. Good job, Destiny. Cope.
reason for using Pence as the linchpin to delay the election because of was it Eastman, the lawyer or whatever, that said that maybe this is the way the vice. So he did listen to people around him when it suited his
Wait.
needs. Yeah, go ahead.
Exactly. There you go, Destiny. There you go.
Exactly. I agree.
See?
That when it actually kind of coincided with what he actually wanted, yeah, he's going to be like, oh, definitely, I like that advice you have there, Bannon. But at the end of the day, all those people that supposedly he relied on, he started kicking them out of his office, calling them all these names. What used to be my best buddy one day became the enemy the next day. But Donald Trump is a force of nature, and we all know this. He's fucking crazy. He does whatever he feels is the right decision. And the advice.
Yeah, like literally look at his tweets. Look at Trump's tweets. You don't think Trump was kind of up there on the more radical of presidents out there? Sure, he's not like a super he's not as radical as the people that's going in the conflict of like Israel and Palestine. Like that's like on a whole another level of just crazy nonsense and derangement. But like he, compared to other presidents, he's kind of like, you've seen his tweets. Come on, Destiny. Come on, this is cope. This is cope. I like how Destiny keeps complaining about how Trump is this crazy dude with all these, like, look at his tweets and look at how much he tweets. But then he's like, where's the proof that he's been a little bit deranged or something like that? Like, I like how that's kind of, it's interesting how he says that now and completely ignores the fact that was something he was talking about. Like, he would mention his tweets and other things, but then when it doesn't suit his argument, forget what Trump's tweets. What? I don't know about his tweets.
Advices he'll take are the ones he feels are the right decisions.
Okay,
already.
that's a fun narrative, and if you want to believe that, I think that's interesting. But like, I would need at least like one piece of evidence that shows that Donald Trump is
Trump's tweets. You just got to look at his old tweets. Come on, they're still on X or Twitter.
actually like on a like pathological level delusional, such that he believes in non-reality. I've just never seen that presented. I think Trump's kind of dumb, but I don't think he's like that delusional.
may need a little bit of change. I don't think he doesn't believe in his non-reality. I think that the man just believes in himself.
Yeah, but no, we're not
follows
talking about
the
believing in
path.
himself. You're saying that he thinks that the election, with no evidence, no support, and with nobody around him affirming him, was stolen.
That's a lie. That's a lie. See, that's a lie. There was obviously people telling him this. There was obviously people telling him this, and Destiny just needs to do a little bit more research. So yeah, he literally just needs to do more research. So
But he has
we're
no
just gonna
evidence for that.
fly
So
through
that's
this.
a delusion, right? That's by definition, that's a
That's
delusion.
our idea of like we would actually go to the process, be like, all right, let's see if there's any evidence.
He's only on page 18 out of 880, so he doesn't act like Destiny's just ignorant at this point.